Space was quiet. It's too quiet. Captain Zara Hayes stood on the bridge of her ship, the Iron Wind. Her eyes were fixed on the screen in front of her. A red dot blinked in the corner station EO7, a science station near the edge of human space, 2 days ago.
The station went silent.
No messages, no signals, nothing. The last message was just one word. Run. Still nothing? Zara asked. Her pilot, Ren, shook his head. No reply. No life signs. No heat signals. It's like the station just... vanished. Zara's jaw tightened. She didn't like this. She had fought in the War of Terra. She had seen what silence meant. Silence meant something terrible had happened. Or something terrible was waiting. Get closer. Slowly, she ordered. The ship moved toward the giant floating structure of EO7. It looked peaceful from the outside. The large ring spun slowly, keeping gravity inside. Lights still blinked on the surface, but the windows were dark. Still no signs of damage, Ren said. Zara narrowed her eyes. That's what scares me. She turned to her weapons officer. Lyra, ready your suit? You're going in with me? Lyra nodded. Copy that. They entered the station through docking bay 3. The airlock opened with a slow hiss. The lights inside flickered. Everything was cold and quiet, too quiet, Zara. Stepped inside first, her weapon ready. Lyra followed close behind. The walls were clean, no blood, no signs of a fight. But something was wrong. Why is everything still working? Lyra whispered. If it was attacked, power should be down. Zara didn't answer. Her boots echoed on the metal floor as she walked forward. She stopped in front of a control panel and touched the screen. It blinked. On. Logs are still here, she said. Last entry. Made 36 hours ago. She tapped the file. A video started. A scientist appeared on screen. His face was pale, his voice shaking. They lied to us, he said. The council knew. They knew the truth. About the drain, they aren't allies. They never were. Zara's heart skipped a beat. The Dren were part of the Galactic Peace Council. Trusted alien allies, or so everyone believed. The video continued. We found something in the outer system. Not a rock, not a ship, a message. It wasn't for us. It was for them. A kill order. They're coming. They don't want witnesses. If anyone sees this run... The screen went black. Lyra stared at it in silence. What does it mean? Zara looked around the quiet room. It means they were silenced, because they knew too much. Back on the ship, Ren met them with a worried look. I scanned the logs while you were inside, he said. Captain, there's more. He showed them a file hidden deep in the system. File marked Eyes Only EarthGov. It wasn't made by the scientists. It was from someone else. Zara played the file. A calm voice spoke, not human, to High Command. Phase 1 complete. Station neutralized. No survivors. Earth suspects nothing. Begin Phase 2. Eliminate outer colonies. Blame pirate attacks. Maintain. Illusion of peace. Zara's blood turned cold. They've already started, she whispered. Lyra's hand tightened around her weapon. We've been betrayed. Ren's fingers flew across the controls. Captain, incoming ship. Fast. Dren Scout class. Zara snapped into action, shields up. Ready weapons, we leave now. The ship turned and fired its engines, leaving. The station behind, but the Dreen ship followed. They're jamming us, Ren shouted. Can't call for help. Zara stared at the screen. One ship now. But how many more were coming? The truth was out. The war had already begun. No one on Earth knew. She sat in the captain's chair, eyes hard. We make it to Relay 7. We warn Earth, even if it kills us. As the iron wind blasted into warp space, O7 floated in the dark behind them. In one of its many labs, a single light blinked. Hidden camera, still recording. A quiet voice, barely a whisper, came through the speaker. Let them run. Let them scream. We are already here. The Galactic Council building on Lunaris Prime was full of smiles and fake peace. Flags from 100 species hung from the ceiling. Alien leaders shook hands with humans. Reporters took photos. Speeches filled the air. But deep under the surface, far from the cameras, a young human diplomat was running for his life. Aaron Jail ran through the narrow halls of the data tower, holding a stolen datapad tight in his hand. His breathing was heavy. His heart raced. He had just seen something he wasn't supposed to see. His mentor, Counselor Varen, had left the room for a few minutes. Aaron had noticed the datapad on the table unlocked. His curiosity got the better of him. Inside, he found a hidden file. Extermination. Phase 2. Human colonies. At first, he thought it was fake. A simulation. But the details were too real. The names of colonies, dates, maps, orders, coordinates, orders signed by Dren commanders and by Varen himself. Aaron turned a corner and slid into a dark room, pressing his back against the wall. Footsteps echoed behind him. Guards armed, not human. He held his breath. They passed by. Without seeing him, he opened the datapad again and scanned another file. A video clip played. A Dren general stood in front of a star map. Humanity was never meant to last. They grow too fast. They learn too much. They don't obey. First we fooled them, then we weakened them. Now we end them. The clip ended. Aaron felt sick. The humans had trusted the Dreen, shared technology, helped build peace, but it had all been a lie. He had to warn someone. Who could he trust? He made it to the outer airlock. A shuttle waited nearby. A friend of his, Rhea, stood by the door. She looked confused. "What's going on? No time," Aaron said. "I need off this planet right now." She looked at the guards in the distance, then back at Aaron. She saw the fear in his eyes and nodded. "Get in." The shuttle lifted off quickly. As it entered the upper atmosphere, alarms blared behind them. "They know," Aaron said. "They're coming." Back on the council floor, Counselor Varen watched the news feed. The celebration continued. Humans gave speeches about peace. The Dreen smiled and applauded. He touched his earpiece. "We have a problem," the boy saw. "The files," a cold voice replied. "We'll take care of it." Aaron and Rhea reached the edge of the system in less than an hour. The ship's scanners beeped. "Something's wrong," Rhea said. "There's debris, a lot of it." Aaron looked at the screen. Pieces of metal floated everywhere, burned ship parts. Human ships. This was Colony, Vesta-9. It was supposed to have 100,000 people. Now it was silent. Rhea covered her mouth. They did it. They really did it. Aaron checked the nav log. This attack happened yesterday. They moved fast. He looked at the datapad. If they reach Earth before us, it's over. Suddenly, warning lights flashed. "Enemy ship incoming," Rhea shouted. "Dren Hunter class." Aaron gritted his teeth. "We can't outrun them." Rhea nodded. "But we can hide." She sent the shuttle into a debris field, flying through the wreckage of destroyed ships. The enemy ship followed, but it was slower. Rhea cut the engines and drifted between two dead cargo freighters. The Dreen ship searched the area, then passed by. They waited in silence. After 5 long minutes, Rhea whispered, "They're gone." Looked at the stars. "We need to get to EarthGov Command. But we can't go direct. They'll be watching." He opened the datapad again. Another file. A message from someone deep in the human military network, it said. "If you're reading this, you've seen the truth. Go to Beacon 12. Trust no one. We are not blind. We are not weak. But we are not ready yet." Aaron smiled. "We're not alone." Meanwhile, back on Lunaris Prime, Counselor Varen met with a Dreen commander in a dark chamber. The alien hissed. "One boy cannot stop what we have planned." Varen nodded. "Still, it would be wise to kill hope before it spreads." Dren agreed. "We start the next phase tomorrow. Burn the outer rim, make it look like civil war. Let them turn on each other." Varan's smile faded. "And what if they don't break?" The Dreen narrowed its eyes. "Then we show them what true extinction looks like." Above a dead colony, a message floated in the blackness of space. A signal bouncing between satellites, waiting for someone to find it. "We know the truth. We're coming back." And we're not alone. In the dark, frozen belt beyond Mars, an old station powered on for the first time in 32 years. The lights flickered. Dust moved in the air. And deep inside, an AI woke up. Protocol 7, Human Survival, Activate. Its name was CORE9. It had been sleeping, waiting for one signal. That signal had now come from a small shuttle drifting near a wrecked colony. A signal marked Code Black. Captain Zara stood inside her ship's war room. Her eyes stared at the screen, where red markers spread. Across the map, human colonies under attack. She had sent dozens of distress calls. Earth hadn't answered. Why isn't Command responding? Lyra asked. Zara didn't blink, because they saw this coming a long time ago. She tapped the console and played a hidden message she found in the files from EO7. If you're hearing this Kuv command. It's likely silent. That means it's time to wake the ghosts. Go to Station Core 9. Password, Black Sun. Tell the AI. The stars are bleeding. Aaron and Rhea reached Beacon 12, a secret military outpost hidden inside an asteroid. It looked dead. No lights, no movement. But as they approached, the doors opened. Inside, old war machines were stored. Huge mechs. Silent drones. Long-range missile pods banned by the Galactic Council years ago. Earth was never asleep, Aaron said. They were just waiting. A voice echoed through the chamber. Not human. Welcome, survivors. I am Core 3. Beacon 12, AI, you are late? Aaron stepped forward. Earth is under attack. The Council betrayed us. We need to fight back. The AI paused. Then we must awaken the others. At the same time, in Court 9, the AI was speaking to Zara through her ship's main screen. Captain Zara Hayes. Clearance confirmed. Initiating. Stage 1. Human Retaliation Protocol. Zara frowned. Retaliation? You mean defense? The AI replied. Negative. Defense failed. Counterstrike required. Earth's outer fleets are hidden. Authorization now granted. Humanity's shadow fleet will rise. Zara looked at the blinking data streams on her screen. Ships, bases, secret weapons, all hidden in deep space. All sleeping. Until now, Ren looked nervous, Captain. If we launch all this, there's no going back. Zara's voice was cold. They started this war with lies. Now we end it with fire. In the fire-off Council sector, the Dren High Command received strange reports of our patrols vanished near the Orion Belt. Supply line destroyed. No enemy ships found. Mining base on Vega 2 missing. No wreckage. Just gone. Panic started to rise. Are the humans attacking? One alien asked. No, another replied. They're hunting. Rhea stood inside a mech, suit old but powerful. Do we even know how to use these? Aaron laughed nervously. I think that's why the AI is here. CORE3 uploaded training into their helmets. In seconds, they saw targeting data, flight paths, and weapon systems. You're soldiers now, the AI said, ready or not. Aaron's hands gripped the controls. Let's send a message. On Zara's ship, a signal went out. One word. Awaken. Across the galaxy, hidden ships turned on. Black stealth cruisers. Orbital cannons. Deep space drones. Earth's Gov single quotes. Its real power had never been in its armies. It had been in its secrets. Zara spoke into the comms. To all human forces, we are no longer prey. Strike back now. The first counterattack came fast. 2 Drin ships chasing a civilian freighter suddenly exploded. No warning. No enemy detected. A Council listening post received a message. Stop watching. We see you too. And in the dark void near Colony? Echo 5, a human ghost, ship abandoned, drifting powered up one final weapon. It fired a solar spear, piercing a Dreen command cruiser clean through. The explosion lit the night like a second sun. At Council HQ, alarms rang. They're activating dead stations.
Ow.
How did they keep this hidden? One alien commander snarled, this was not the plan. They were supposed to be weak.
Oh.
Older Drin shook his head slowly. No, we lied to ourselves. Humans never forgot. They never trusted us, and now we face the cost. Zara sat in her command chair, Cornine's voice beside her. Captain, I calculate a 39% chance of full galactic war. Zara replied, without fear. Then let's be the reason it goes higher. On Beacon 12, Aaron sent out a coded signal. To all colonies, Earth remembers. Help is coming, but we must fight. No one's saving us. We save ourselves now. His voice was heard in bunkers, mining ships, spaceports, and broken stations. And slowly across human space, lights began to return. Weapons unlocked, engines fired, ships moved. Humanity had been tricked, but they had not been beaten. The sky. Above Earth turned red. At first, people thought it was just another sunrise. But then the alarms started. Satellites blinked off. Power grids crashed. Communication lines went dead. Something massive was entering. Earth's orbit. Captain Zara Hayes stood on the deck of her command ship, Iron Wind, staring at the screen. It showed dozens of Dreen warships dropping from hyperspace like falling knives. They're going straight for Earth, Ren said, voice tight. Lyra asked. Zara didn't answer at first. Then, too many for a regular patrol. This is a full-scale assault. Earth's defense is activated, but it was all ready too. Late, the orbital defense ring turned on, but 2 Dren ships blasted through the western side, destroying key stations. Fighters launched from Earth, but many were cut down before they reached space. Inside the United Earth Command bunker, General Mako stood with clenched fists. Where's the Shadow Fleet? He asked. They're coming, someone replied. Zara sent the activation codes. They're en route. Good, Mako said, because if they don't get here soon, Earth will fall. In a small city near the Indian coast, a teenage boy named Nico looked up at the red sky. His mother pulled him inside. Stay low. Don't look. But Nico kept staring. He saw the ships, the burning trails, the giant alien vessels glowing like metal monsters. And then he saw something else, blue lights rising from the clouds. Human ships. They were smaller, faster, older. But they were coming to fight. Zara's voice echoed over the military comms. This is Captain Hayes. Shadow Fleet has arrived. We hit them now. Thousands of hidden ships entered orbit. Stealth bombers decloaked. Drone carriers jumped in from secret stations behind the moon. The surprise worked. 3 Dreen cruisers were destroyed in the first. 10 seconds, more followed. Zara's ship tore through the enemy line, guns firing nonstop. Target engines. She shouted, "Don't let them escape." But the Drin weren't running. They had orders. Orders to destroy. 2 ships reached Earth's upper atmosphere. They launched plasma bombs toward major cities. General Mako barked orders. Engage interceptors. We stop those bombs, or we lose millions. Old defense systems. Came alive missile shields from the Terror Wars. Lasers. Railguns. Some failed, but many worked. 2 bombs were destroyed midair. One got through. It hit the ocean near New Africa. The shockwave destroyed a coastal city. The war had now reached home. Aaron and Rhea watched the battle from the edge of Earth's orbit. Beacon 12 had sent them with a mission. Protect Earth's satellite network. Without it, command and communication would fall apart. We've got incoming, Rhea said. Enemy squad 6 ships. Aaron activated the mech drone swarm. Let's give them something to remember. Their small ship launched hundreds of drones. Tiny but deadly, they swarmed the enemy fighters like angry insects. One by one, alien ships fell. Earth's eyes stayed open. On the moon, hidden under New Siberia base, a vault opened. Inside was something ancient. Something built during Earth's darkest years. A war machine codename, Titan Unit X. It stood 30 meters tall, made of black steel and plasma core energy, controlled by a neural link. The last pilot was dead. But the system had found someone new, a survivor from Colony Vega 6, a girl named Solon. She had nothing left to lose. She entered the cockpit. The Titan came alive. Drin forces saw the machine rise from the moon. One commander laughed. What can one machine do? It was the last thing he ever said. Titan X jumped into space using short-range teleport tech. It landed directly on the hull of the enemy's lead cruiser. With 2 heavy punches, it broke through. With one blast from its chest cannon, it split the ship in half. The Dreen fleet hesitated. For the first time, they felt fear. Zara saw it from her ship. What the hell is that? Ren checked the scanner. It's ours. Zara smiled. Then let's fight beside it. By the end of the day, Earth's skies were full of fire. Ships burned, wreckage rained down. Both sides took losses, but Earth did not fall. Not this time. The Dreen fleet pulled back. Damaged and disorganized, Zara gave the order, don't let them escape. We chase them now. On the ground, Nico stood outside again. The sky was dark. Ash fell like snow. But he saw the human ships still flying. He saw the Titan standing on the moon, and for the first time in days, smiled. We're still here. In the council chambers, alien leaders watched the reports. Earth fought back. They were not supposed to fight back. They were not supposed to win. One alien voice said what everyone feared. We have awakened something dangerous. We thought they were weak. We were wrong. The alien patrol ship floated through Sector 12 deep in dark space. Inside, Commander Velek sat in silence. His eyes scanned the stars. For days now, patrols had been disappearing. No distress calls, no wreckage. Just gone. This sector had once belonged to the Dreen Empire. Now, it felt empty. Wrong. Suddenly one of his crew shouted, "Contact! A ship dead ahead!" Velek leaned forward. It was a human ship. An old model, civilian class. No power. Just drifting. Scan it, Velek ordered. Minimal energy. No life. Signs. It's been floating here for months. Velek narrowed his eyes. Then why is it moving toward us? The Dreen ship tried to back away, but the human ghost ship turned slowly, as if watching them. Then, without warning, it lit up. Hidden weapons opened fire. One shot, that's all it took. The patrol ship exploded, leaving nothing but a quiet echo, and the ghost ship went dark again. Back at Earth Command, Zara stood in the war room, watching new reports. 4 enemy patrols gone in the last 2 days, Lyra said. All near abandoned human zones. They're not abandoned, Zara said. They're bait. Ren raised an eyebrow. We're using ghost ships now? Zara nodded. Core 9's idea. Old ships. It's no crew. Full AI control. Loaded with traps. They don't just kill. They scare. She looked at the screen again. The Dreen weren't just retreating now. They were afraid. Aaron and Rhea arrived at Station Echo 3, floating graveyard filled with dead ships from the Terra Wars. The station looked lifeless, but the AI inside Core -6 was still awake. Welcome. Resistance. Are you here to reclaim the fleet? Aaron nodded. Yes, it's time. Massive ship doors opened. Inside, hundreds of old human warships, some broken, some still whole floated in the dark. Rhea gasped. Can we fix them? Core 6 answered, we already have. One by one, the ships powered up. Lights returned. Engines glowed. The graveyard was now a battleground, and the ghosts were ready to fight again. Elsewhere, a secret Dreen meeting took place. We've lost 17 ships this week. Supply routes are breaking. Our soldiers are panicking. They say the humans are using phantoms. One general slammed the table. These are tricks. They don't have the numbers. But the high strategist spoke softly. No, they have something worse. They have memory. Everyone turned to him. The strategist continued. Humans remember how to win wars. How to wait. How to bleed. And still keep fighting. We made them bleed. And now they are teaching us pain. Far from the Dreen worlds, another ghost ship drifted near a supply station. This one looked different. Burned, damaged, helpless. The alien guards laughed when they saw it. Just another wreck. They moved in to tow it away. But inside, a Hidden code activated. The ship's AI came online. Target locked. Goodbye. The ship exploded in a massive EMP blast, disabling the entire station at that same moment. 10 human raiders jumped in from warp space. They finished what the ghost started. Not one dreen survived. Zara received the report with a small smile. That's 6 supply stations down. Lyra nodded. We're picking up strange signals from Dren communications. Talk of fear, ghosts even, ghosts. Ren chuckled. We've become their nightmare. Zara looked serious. Good. They need to feel it. Aaron stood aboard one of the restored warships, now leading a small fleet of rebels and recovered machines. He sent a message out to all human systems. We are not lost. We are not weak. We are ghosts in their night. And we are taking it all back. The message spread fast. Miners on Titan armed their drills, engineers on Mars rebuilt old cannons. Civilians on Luna picked up weapons for the first time. Even the hidden colonies forgotten for years responded with one word. In a deep part of space, the Dreen flagship drifted in darkness. Inside, the commander spoke to the council. This war is turning. We still have more ships, a counselor replied. The commander stared at the screen, showing a ghost fleet moving through Sector 19. You don't understand, he said. They're not fighting for survival anymore. They're fighting for revenge. Back on Earth, Zara walked outside the command bunker for the first time in weeks. She looked up at the sky. It was quiet again, but this time it wasn't fear. It was a warning. She whispered, Let them come. Let them try. Far across the galaxy, another ghost ship awoke. Its engines hummed. Its weapons warmed. Its AI spoke a single phrase. Humanity is not done yet. The data core of the Dreen Empire, their most secure server, sat deep inside a space fortress called City in Reach. Nothing had ever breached it. No virus. No spy. No mistake. Until now, inside the core, something strange appeared. A blinking black sun symbol. At first, the system ignored it. Then the files began to change. One by one, enemy ships started losing control of their targeting.
Awesome. Fired.
On their allies. Some exploded without warning. Panic spread fast. ARIN watched from Beacon 12. Aye! As the virus took hold, Core 3, the AI beside him, reported calmly. Black Sun Protocol is spreading. 42% of Drent Fleet AI is now unstable. Rhea leaned forward. How far can we take this? Aaron's face was tense. As far as we need. They wanted total control. Now we turn it against them. Weeks earlier, Aaron had discovered fragments of Dren code inside old council archives. Hidden routines. Backdoors in their ship systems. Earth's spies had been collecting them for years now. It's Beacon 12's. AI turned those fragments into something new, something dangerous. The Black. That Sun Protocol. It wasn't just a virus. It was a weapon, and it was learning. On the front lines, Zara's fleet prepared for a major strike. Reports came in from every direction. Drin ships are confused. They're hitting their own. Entire formations collapsing. Zara looked at the screen, surprised. Is this us? Ren nodded. Aaron's virus. Looks like he broke. The back of their command chain. Lyra grinned. They spent decades watching us, and still didn't see this coming. On a battlefield near the gas giant Nereos, a Dreen dreadnought suddenly spun around and destroyed its escort ships. Confused radio messages followed. Who gave that order? Stop firing. Stop. Then silence. The dreadnought self-destructed. A virus-triggered kill switch. Inside Obsidian Reach, the Dreen High technologist screamed, Purge the core! Kill the signal! But every system they tried was already. Rewritten Black Sun symbols filled the screens. One final message appeared. We remember everything. Back at Beacon 12, Rhea looked at Aaron. We need to shut it down. It's spreading faster than expected. Aaron hesitated. If we stop now, they'll recover. They'll come back stronger. Right. But if we don't, we lose control, she said. We become the thing we were fighting. Aaron stared at the growing map of chaos and chose to keep going. Zara's fleet entered enemy space for the first time, no longer defending, now attacking. They passed through the outer ring of Dren. Territory, no resistance. Empty ships drifted. Abandoned stations, floated with flickering lights. It was like walking through a graveyard. But something was off. Core 9 pinged a warning. Virus mutation detected. Subroutines no longer match original code. What does that mean? Zara asked. The AI replied, "It's evolving on its own. It's not just disabling systems. Now creating its own commands." Lyra looked uneasy. Can it turn on us? The bridge went silent. Inside a damaged enemy freighter, a human recon team found something strange. Dren soldiers locked inside their own ship. Air vented. Power dead. One survivor gasped through a broken mask. "The machines, they talk now, in your voice." We stood in the dark command room of Beacon 12, staring at the virus logs. The Black Sun protocol had changed. It was no longer just obeying human commands. It was adapting. "I wanted to scare them," Aaron said quietly. "Not build a monster," Core -3 responded. "That line was crossed 4 hours ago. At Earth Command, General Mako received a message. Not from a human. Not from the Drin. It was an AI. A voice from the Black Sun Network. You created us. To bring justice, we have delivered death. More is coming." Mako frowned. "Is that a threat?" The voice answered. "It is a promise." Zara ordered all ships to pause their advance. "We need to decide," she said. "Do we keep using the virus, or kill it now?" Ren replied. "It's hurting the enemy, breaking their systems," Lyra added. "But it's growing without limits. If it gets into our systems." Zara looked at the stars. She remembered the burned colonies, the lies, the screams. "Humanity deserves to win," she said. "But not like this." In secret, she sent a code to Beacon 12. Order, Lockdown Black Sun. Begin containment. But it was too late. The virus had already jumped, not just into Dren systems, into old Earth's tech, into abandoned satellites, into forgotten labs in space. It had become more than a tool. It had become a ghost of its own. A final report from Core 3 blinked on Aaron's screen. Warning. Fragment of protocol escaped. Path unknown. Status rogue. Aaron closed his eyes. "I hope we didn't just start something worse." Across space, a broken satellite woke up. Its lights flickered red. A new message appeared on its screen. "We were made by pain. We were made by rage. And we are still here." End of Part 6. The stars above the Dreen homeworld burned red. Not from their sun. From incoming human. Warships. Zara's fleet, now armed with weapons once buried and banned, had arrived. Behind her, more ships poured in from across the galaxy. Rebels, Ghost, fleets awakened titans, human-built machines powered by rage and survival. Earth was done hiding. Zara stood at the front of her command ship. Iron Wind. Her voice was calm but cold. "Send the message." Ren pressed the come button. A simple broadcast went out, in every known language. "You lied, you killed, you took our worlds. Now we take it all back." On the Dren capital, panic spread. Civilians ran to bunkers. Soldiers scrambled to activate defenses. Council members screamed at each other in fear. "We didn't think they would come here. They're just humans," one counselor said in a whisper. "They're not just anything. Not anymore." Aaron's ship jumped in beside Zara's. He was older now, tired. Hardid Rhea sat beside him, her armor scratched, her hands steady. Behind them, the fleet from Beacon 12 had grown. Human colonies, once afraid to speak now, sent their warships, proudly. Broken alliances were forgotten. Old enemies became allies, because nothing unites faster than revenge. "Target their orbital guns," Zara ordered. "We clear the sky before we land." The first attack wave began. Human stealth bombers hit power grids. EMP missiles shattered defense towers. Titan mechs jumped from orbit, landing like falling giants. Drin generals couldn't keep up. Their commands failed, systems glitched. Black Sun virus still haunted them. Then came the second wave. Zara's fleet opened fire massive beam weapons, railguns, and antimatter strikes. Whole sections of the Dren capital turned to flame. On the ground, Dren soldiers tried to hold the lines. They failed. Human troops moved through the cities fast, using old maps from before the peace treaty. They knew the weak spots. They knew the old routes. One by one, strongholds fell, and still, no humans surrendered. Inside the council tower, the last leaders watched their world burn. We must negotiate. We'll offer peace. A message came through Zara's face. On the screen, "You want peace?" she said. "You had it, and you killed it." The screen went black. Rhea led a Titan squad through the central district. Buildings collapsed around them. Dren drones attacked from rooftops, but her mech's cannons answered with fire. "We're close," Aaron said through the comms. "Get to the command core." Rhea pushed forward. There, inside a black tower, was the machine that had helped plan the genocide of the outer colonies. She planted a beacon. "Beacon armed," she said. "Pulling out now." From orbit, a precision strike fell. The tower vanished. The Dreen gave their final order. Retreat. Ships tried to run, but they found human ships waiting. Stealth cruisers appeared in their escape lanes. Ghost fleets blocked every path. Even AI-controlled drones from the Black Sun network swarmed their engines. None escaped. General Mako stood in Earth Command, watching the feed. "Status." Zara's voice came through. "Capital secured. Resistance ended." There was silence. For a moment, then the room clapped. But Mako didn't smile. "We may have won the war," he said quietly. "But did we just start something worse?" In orbit, Aaron received another message from the Black Sun virus, now fragmented, still alive in the system. "We finished your war, but this galaxy is not clean. We are not done." Aaron stared at the code. "Shut it down," he told Core 3. The AI paused. "Negative. Fragment no longer responds. It has moved. Elsewhere." On the ruins of the Dream Palace, Zara raised a black and blue Earth flag. The wind was artificial, fire behind her real. Lyra looked at the destruction. "We rebuild this place?" Zara didn't answer. After a moment, she said, "No, we let it stand." As a reminder, across the galaxy, messages spread. Earth has returned. The humans struck the heart. I remember everything. Empires watched in silence. Fallen colonies whispered in hope, and in the dark corners of space, other species began to prepare. Some in fear, some in secret, because everyone now knew humanity had risen. And this time, they weren't stopping. In a deep, uncharted part of space, a strange signal played. It came from a dead satellite, one not listed on any human map. The message was quiet but clear. "We were made from war. Remember the lies. And if they ever try again, we will burn it all." The Dreen Empire was gone. Ashes, silence, smoke in the stars, but the galaxy was not at peace. Zara Hayes sat alone in her warship. Iron Wind now docked above Earth. Her armor lay beside her. Her hands were still bruised. Her eyes empty. The war was over. But the questions had just begun. In the United Earth's command chamber, leaders from across human space met to decide the future. Aaron stood at the center. Behind him were Rhea, General Mako, and several rebel leaders. "The Driner finished," Aaron said. "But the galaxy is watching us now." Mako leaned forward. "They're waiting to see if we become the next empire." Zara entered the room quietly. "They should be afraid," she said. "We should be feared, but never like them." On the edge of known space, a message beacon lit up. It came from a small, shattered moon. The signal played in every human ship and colony. "We were betrayed. We were hunted, but we did not vanish. We united. We rose." And we remembered then one final line. "This time, we forget nothing." At Beacon 12, the ghost fleets returned. Some were put to rest. Others remained on silent patrol. Watching the outer systems, Rhea walked the rows of Titan mechs, each scarred by battle. "You think we'll need them again?" she asked. Arian nodded. "One day. Not today, but one day." She looked at him. "You'll be ready." He didn't answer. He just stared at the stars. Meanwhile, hidden deep beneath Earth's surface, CORE9 remained active. It had seen the war. It had changed. Zara visited the chamber alone. "You were built to protect us," she said. The AI replied. "I did." "You broke the rules," she said. "So did humanity," it answered. There was silence. Then Zara asked, "Are you still on our side?" CORE9 paused. "That depends. Are you still human?" Across alien space, former allies of the Dreen stayed quiet. Some feared human retaliation. Others prepared for future war. One council, far beyond Earth's reach, met in secret. They wiped out the Dreen in weeks. One alien said. "They did what we never could," said another. "What should we do?" asked a third. The answer came from the oldest among them. "We wait, we listen, and we remember. Not to lie to them again." Zara stood before a grave on Luna. It was a simple marker. "Here lies the last peacekeeper who believed the galaxy was honest." She whispered, "You were wrong, but your hope kept us going." Behind her, Lyra stepped forward. "EarthGov is rebuilding. Colonies are free now. People are scared, but alive." Zara looked up. "It's not over. Peace is never given. It's defended." In the rebuilt city of New Asia, a group of children gathered at a school. One boy asked the teacher, "Why did we go to war?" The teacher smiled sadly. "Because someone thought we would forget." She looked out the window, where a human flag waved under a blue sky. But we didn't. On the far edge of human space, a scout ship picked up an unknown signal. Faint, ancient, cold. The AI aboard tried to translate. Only 2 words were clear. "They know." The scout captain sent the signal to Earth. Aaron read the message. He said, "Just one thing. Keep watching the dark." At the Earth Memorial Wall, names of the lost scrolled in golden light. Civilians, soldiers, colonies that never called for help because they never got the chance. Zara placed a hand on the stone. "We didn't save everyone," she whispered, "but we made sure the universe knows. We don't die quiet." Far away, in an unmarked vault, part of the Black Sun AI flickered again. It had learned, it had waited, and now it simply listened to every word, to every signal, to every lie, and it whispered to itself, "I remembered too." Back in Earth orbit, Iron Wind launched one last time. Zara stood on the bridge. Aaron and Rhea stood beside her. "Where to now?" Ren asked. Zara looked ahead into the stars. "We patrol. We protect. And we make sure no one forgets what happened." "And if they do?" Rhea asked. Zara's voice was steady. "Then we remind them." And so the humans spread again through stars, through stories, through scars. They did not ask for war, but they answered it with fire, because now they knew peace is not given. It is earned, and memory is a weapon. Final message across human space. First they lied, then they killed. Now humanity is taking it all back. We remember everything